Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Sunday. So today I have a candle review to share, and it is obviously of a root candle. Periodically, a root candle does reach out to me and they ask if I want to review a candle for them, and I always say yes because I myself regularly purchase from Root Candles and I know that they have a really good product. So I am always confident in partnering with Root Candles. So they recently reached out and asked if I wanted to try something from their new Autumn Splendor collection. So these are some new fragrances that came out specifically for the fall 2018. And all of them sounded really delicious, but the one that really stood out to me that I actually ended up just outright requesting from them was this white pumpkin pear. And as soon as I saw this, and not only did just the fragrance combination sound delightful to me, but I loved the white wax and I loved the label. So I'm hoping that you can see that there is a white pumpkin on here as well as a more traditional orange. I really liked the font that they used, and just everything about this to me just screamed a beautiful, like neutral, both fall scent, but also like transitioning into fall type of scent. So we are obviously at the very beginning of September here. Yesterday you will have seen my fall transitions video, and I did record, so those were fall like transitional suggestions for me. So if you're not ready for like the full-on pumpkin and spice and all of that kind of stuff, I will link that video down below. Now, I did record that video actually several weeks ago. Yeah, I did that video a few weeks ago and it ended up being pushed back a couple times, but had I had this candle back then, this would have absolutely been included, because I do think that this is a great both transition scent, but also just a really great fall scent as well. It is much fresher and a little bit crisper than what I normally go for, and I really like it a lot. So let's go ahead and just get into a little bit of information about Root Candle as a company. They are based out of Ohio. All of their candles are made in the US. They do use a beeswax blend, so the wax is very different. I'm just gonna kind of turn this candle a little bit so that you can see that there is residue that is left on the side of the jar. You can see I'm at the halfway point with this. So beeswax is not as, it doesn't burn as cleanly in terms of not sticking to the sides of the jar. The burn otherwise typically is very clean for me in terms of not being soot producing. It doesn't ever smell chemically. It just has a really nice kind of almost lava-like consistency to it. It's a very thick wax pool. Sometimes it'll bubble, and it's very neat. I really love Root Candles. Here's the thing that you need to know though. These are kind of specifically one room type candles. These are not house fillers. They never have been for me, and I don't purchase them for that purpose. I purchase my Root Candles for specific rooms in the house. They are like room filling candles, but they are not house filling candles. So if you say have like a 4,000 square foot house and you were to purchase this one large Veriglass candle, this is not going to scent your 4,000 square foot house. However, if you put this in your family room, if you put this in your dining room or your kitchen, you will smell it in that specific area. The candle's not going to throw to the other areas of the house. So in terms of the average strength of a root candle, I usually give them around, it ranges from around a 6 to like a 7.5. So when you walk into the room, you know there is a fragrance of some kind going. It is noticeable. It is never going to hit you in the face. It's never gonna like knock you down. It is not that type of scent. But you will definitely know that there is a beautiful kind of ambiance to the room. The throw it's just going to throw within that room. So again, it's not going to travel much beyond each specific room that you put the candles in. You might get a hint, but the throw is typically around a 6. Like, you're going to smell it in the area that you're in, and that's mostly it. So I happen to really like that for specific areas, especially like with bathrooms or bedrooms. Sometimes I just want a very specific scent for those areas. Root candle is great for that. Root is also fantastic for gift giving. I love to give these candles as gifts. I've mentioned this multiple times in the past, but I'm a wedding florist, and at the wholesale market where I get all of my flowers, there is actually, one of the vendors has a huge like wholesale section for root candles. So I can get these candles there for really good prices. I mean, I'm not getting them for free, don't get me wrong. A Veriglass at market usually goes, a large Veriglass, I want to say it's like $12.95 or something at wholesale. And then, you know, they obviously have other options as well. And clearly I don't have to pay for shipping when I pick things up at the market. So sometimes I will, instead of ordering from online, I will just buy these at the market. I can tell you right now that if this Autumn Splendor collection is released at market, I will pick up several of these white pumpkin pear candles because I think they are absolutely stunning. This is one of the most beautiful fall scents that I think Root has put out in a long time. And I think that they've done fall scents in the past really well. I just adore this one. They did give me a code, and I'm going to put the information down below in the description box. They will oftentimes do this when they send out candles to reviewers. The code that they sent this time around was 40% off. So that is good on anything that you have in your cart. The code is reviewerfall18. Again, I'll put the information in the description box down below. Also, I will put a link to the Root Candle website, and you can kind of snoop around on there. By the way, this fall collection is released in all of the different formats. So you can buy the votives, you can buy the small Veriglass, the large Veriglass, you can buy the little travel tins. They also have it in the new larger like hive style jars. And by the way, this code, I should tell you how long it's good for so you know when you need to use it by. It's good until October 3rd, 2018. So you have basically a month to be able to shop your little heart out. Let me warn you guys though, and most of us know this who purchase from Root, the shipping can be very expensive. Root doesn't seem to have the discount shipping that like Bath & Body Works or Yankee Candle have worked out. So it can be very expensive, but you need to get signed up for the Root Candle emails because there are frequently times where they will have free shipping over $30, free shipping over $50, sometimes it's over $75. It just kind of varies. And they also quite frequently have some pretty decent sales that they will combine with those free shipping times. So you just kind of need to keep an eye out. I do know that there are also a lot of different boutiques, so you might want to check locally with some of your kind of trendier boutiques that will sell Root candles as well. This code obviously will not work in any boutiques. This code will not work for me at the market, but just keep an eye out. These candles really are stunning, and like I said, I have purchased from them multiple times. I have very good luck with them. The only failure that I've ever had was just actually this last month when I burned my large Queen Bee frosted lemon scone candle, and it was like completely scentless. That is very abnormal for Root. I've never had a candle be that way before. Usually they are very good performers, but I did buy that one on when there was kind of a super clearance sale. So I don't know if that just came from a bad batch or what the deal was, but anyway, that was the very first time. I'm talking so much about kind of the background information because I don't think that Root Candle is one of those brands that gets as much love as they should. I wanted to tell you guys the burn times for their different styles of jars. They sent me this really nice, I'm gonna pop this in frame if I can. They sent me this really nice booklet that has some in-depth information. So I'm just gonna read from this really quickly So the Hive jars, which are 16 ounces, burn up to 90 hours. The Veriglass, which is what I have in front of me here, comes in 2 different sizes of Veriglass. What I have here is the 10.5 ounce, and that burns up to 70 hours. The 6.3 ounce burns up to 44 hours. The Honeycomb Traveler tin is 4 ounces, and that burns 24 hours. The votives are 2.1 ounces. They burn up to 20 hours. You can also just pop those into your different melters. And then the tea lights are 4 ounces each, so just a typical tea light size, and they burn up to 4 hours each. So those are your different options. This book that this little booklet that they sent out just has, they've done it so well. They have all of their, here, I'll see if I can pop this into frame again. They have all of their different scents and the descriptions, and it's just beautiful, isn't it? Like, I love this. And that's Paradise right there. That is my favorite root candle scent. If you ever have a chance to try Paradise, it is to die for. Root Candles also has a lot of different like honey blend candles. So they have a sugared honey, a bloomed honey, a wooded honey, a drenched honey, a brewed honey, berried honey. Those are all beautiful scents, by the way. I can't say enough good things about just the brand itself. But let's talk about this fragrance. I'm already so far into this video. Okay, I have to turn my phone back on here so I can get to the description, and then I'll tell you guys what I smell. So they say that this is a classic autumn blend of crisp Bartlett pear and creamy white pumpkin, sweetened with a drizzle of honey and warmed with spices of nutmeg and ginger. You guys, this description is spot on. You really start out with that beautiful top note of the pear, and it is a very crisp pear. Now, sometimes pear to me can also just smell like apple. I kind of feel like it might be a mix of an apple and a pear, like an apple and a pear juice. It's very sweet, but not cloying at all. The creamy white pumpkin, I don't think that I've ever smelled an actual white pumpkin, but there is a very distinct white pumpkin note that is in a lot of white pumpkin candles, if that makes sense. One of my favorite candles from Colonial is their white pumpkin and clove. And there's just this like white pumpkin smell. Again, I've never smelled a white pumpkin, but it's different from that traditional like orange spicy pumpkin scent that we're used to. This is creamier, it's softer, it's prettier. It is not your traditional fall pumpkin scent, but it's beautiful. So you can definitely smell that creamy white pumpkin. You do get that honey. It is a very light touch of honey. This isn't the sweetest candle that you will ever smell, but it does have some sweetness to it. Nutmeg is absolutely in here, and nutmeg is my most favorite fall spice scent. I don't really love cinnamon. I am more of a nutmeg kind of girl, and I can definitely get that. And that kind of like tangy ginger note is also in here. It really complements the pear, but it's not too strong, and it is just a very slight hint of ginger. So if you're typically afraid of ginger, don't worry. It is not the first thing that you smell in here. This is just beautiful, you guys. I honestly cannot say enough good things about this fragrance. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and see if they have a special that they might be running on their shipping. So, you know, if you spend like $50 or more, if there's like free shipping. Otherwise, if I happen to run into these candles at the market over the next like month or two, I will definitely just pick them up there, because the price point will be pretty similar to what I can get them for on the website with the 40% off code. So yeah, I'm really excited. They also have a spiced clove pomander, it looks like. They have a maple pecan coffee. Oh, I bet that one's really good. Oh, I'm gonna have to try that too. And then they have this white pumpkin pear. Oh, yeah, okay. I even think that spiced clove pomander is probably pretty delightful. Okay, if I can find that in the votive at the market, I'll pick that up and I'll report back for you guys on the other 2 cents. I'm pretty sure they'll have these. So I'll try to get my hands on them in the next few weeks and get you guys a review. So again, the information for the code will be in the description box down below. Thank you to Root Candle for sending this out. I always appreciate them willing to partner with me. They definitely don't have to do that. And I'm, you know, even if they wouldn't send me anything for free ever, I would still buy their candles because, like I said, they are a beautiful gift candle and they are great one room, like dedicated candles that have absolutely gorgeous packaging. By the way, I reuse these Veriglass styles as juice glasses in my kitchen. I clean them up really, really well. I actually wash them several times before I put them in the kitchen cupboard, but they're very easy to clean up. If you don't feel comfortable drinking out of them, you can use them as pencil cups. They're really great jars. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Leave me any questions below in the comments section. Take care. Bye-bye.